This video intended for educational purposes.
Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird and welcome back for another Minecraft 1.8 Snapshot. Boing, this is 14W18A and our new buddy, the Slime Block, just got some amazing powers this week. Not only that, we've got some improvements to custom world generation, bug fixes, and tons of other stuff, so let's get into it. So you can see here the first new feature. If a Slime Block is pushed by a piston, it will actually propel any players, mobs, items, falling sand entities, boats, or minecarts up into the air. They fly about 5 blocks up, and if they're going at a decent speed, they'll fly over a bit too. So you can do some crazy stuff with this. I've seen people making elevators where you're bounced up on the slime blocks that go up very quickly, stuff like that. My chicken is having a great time going around there. But yeah, you can do a ton of different stuff. I've got a few mobs over here and a boat. We're going to launch this up in the air. There we go. Blam. Now the boat actually breaks when it lands, unfortunately, but it's still cool that you can launch it in the air. Now the other big new feature, you might have already noticed down here, there's one piston and we're pushing 12 slime blocks here. That's crazy, right? Well, slime blocks actually link onto other blocks, so if you push them with a piston, they'll actually move and pull back if they're linked together like so. Now they can't do more than 12 as per piston rules, so this is 13 here and I can't actually move this. But you can do some crazy stuff with this. There's been an insane amount of creativity from the community. Now, they can only push certain blocks, like with piston rules. They can't push obsidian, and they can't push any tile entities. This is a flying machine made by SteffHn on Reddit, and I'm going to show you this in a second. I've got this chest blocking it because it's a tile entity. Now if I click this, it'll update, and it'll start the flying machine. These are all the different tile entities that will block the pistons from pushing things if you want to block it with any of those. The chest is probably the cheapest and easiest. I'm going to break this, and there goes the flying machine. It's going to keep pushing itself. So it's activating the pistons with these redstone blocks, and then it's being pulled along by the slime blocks. Some of this is kind of hard to figure out. I was messing with it over here. That's just going to keep going off into the distance until it hits that mountain. I've been messing around with it, but you can see like this piston here is going crazy, and it's actually pulling and pushing 6 blocks, and it will push things other than slime blocks as long as they're connected to slime blocks. So yeah, you can do some weird machines. I've seen some cars, some planes, a bunch of different creative stuff out of the community. And not only that, you can do a few other things too. Now this is a very compact 3x3 door. This was made by Milky Way on Reddit, and he had the base design down here with the different pistons pushing the slime blocks up. I inverted it just so you could step on a pressure plate and have it open. And you can see it moves up and down very, succinctly. And on the sides here, there is obsidian and furnaces and chests just to illustrate that they wouldn't push or pull any of these. If I was to change this into something else, then it would push and pull. Well, it doesn't work with pumpkins. I forgot about that. Pumpkins cannot be pushed, but if I change this to a slime block, you can see that goes up and down. It could work with almost any block. We can do iron. But yeah, if you were to actually push it, though, onto an area where it couldn't move down, like here, there's a chest blocking, and if I tried to do this, it just breaks the entire thing. It won't activate at all, but if I remove this, it'll start working again. So yeah, you have to be careful and mindful of piston rules, but other than that, the possibilities are pretty open with the stuff that you can do with this. Now, I mentioned you can launch items up in the air. You can also launch shot arrows, and I was playing around with this. SethBling had a very similar idea. I was actually starting to make an arrow cannon that would launch arrows out, and then I saw SethBling had made an even better one, so I went with his design for the most part. It's you saw a little bit of destruction here. That's because this uses TNT. So when I hit this button, we're actually going to activate a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to arm this with a bunch of arrows. They're all just going to shoot down there. And when I hit the button, it's actually going to place 3 TNT here. It will launch that up and then launch the arrows up, and when they blast out, they will hit anything that's in front of them. I could see this being a really cool defense thing for, castles and PvP games and stuff like that. So let's tap it here, and there it goes. There's the TNT. Then that will activate, and then right after the arrows, and they fly out, attacking the giants and the squid over here. Poor little squid. Sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, you can do some crazy stuff with this. Thanks to SethBling for that design, because yeah, I started working on it and I was like, this isn't turning out as good as I hoped it would, and then I saw that he did it even better. So yeah, there we go. If you want to see his more in depth, I've got a link in the description to his video. So before we get into some other stuff, one more thing I wanted to show you guys here. I have ender pearls, you probably noticed, and I've got feather falling boots on. That is because I can actually use my ender pearl to launch myself too with these slime blocks. I need to be very quick with it. There we go. I got it first try, and it launched the ender pearl, and I'm going to land way in the distance. I've got a few golden apples here to eat. But yeah, you can do some crazy stuff with this. This is another easier way to launch ender pearls if you want to fly around using those. So there's that. I should turn off these arrows before this thing lags like crazy because there's a ton of arrows going. There we go. I'll shoot it one last time for you guys so you can see these giants get attacked. There we go. Blam. So yeah, a few of the bug fixes. Creepers used to float 1/8 of a block above the ground. That has been fixed. We've got a few things here with particles used to render wrong if they were in front of water, but now they have a nice order to them. You can see, you know, the fire from the torches and the redstone stuff in front of the water fine. You can now place torches on top of stained glass, just like you can with glass, so that's a nice little improvement. There's a bunch of different fixes and stuff with just a few bugs that came out of the 1.8 snapshots. Like we had sheep, when you sheared them, they would give you the wrong color wool, stuff like that, but that's all been fixed. The world's loading with one click, stuff like that has all been fixed. So yeah, we're in a good place now with the snapshots here. It's running very well. Hopefully we'll see some more new features too, but this is a shorter week because there's a Swedish holiday, but I'm glad that we got this awesome new feature. I must also add that ZipCrowd is the group that made a mod originally, and they actually supplied the code to Mojang for this. So this is an example of something just like the horses with Dr. Jark, where it was community supplied and the community helped out. So it's really awesome that we got this new feature thanks to them. It was Cabo PC and Panda4994 that ended up working on this. But yeah, thanks to that, we can finally move multiple things with Piston, so that's really cool. I'm going to hop off for one last thing here. Now, I mentioned customization and world generation have been fixed a bit. You can see the good luck preset from Custom Worlds actually works now. We have lava oceans, and it's lighting everything on fire. This would be a very extreme world to play on, but it could be very fun and rewarding to actually play on. It's like the Nether has invaded the overworld. That's pretty cool. But yeah, lots of bug fixes this week. Mainly the new ability to use the slime blocks in these new awesome ways was the big feature. I'm sure we're going to see some awesome things out of the community. There's already been a ton of flying machines and things like that. I've got some links in the description if you guys want to see some of the things that people have been making and the things that I used in the videos. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoy this. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more Minecraft updates, and I do have a Twitter if you want to see when videos are posted nearly instantly. I will see you guys next time, though, for more Minecraft snapshots. Goodbye.